This week I'm taking Amy out to Kansas turkey hunting. I've gone for several years, and now she finally gets to give it a try. Along the way, we're going to be sharing some turkey hunting tips and tactics that might just help out with your next spring turkey hunt.
I think I want to go see my second bird.
From an early age, I was obsessed with pursuing wildlife. The only way to learn was through trial and error or meeting new people and learning from them. Now my livelihood is completely based on the great outdoors. This show is about sharing new tips to become better outdoorsmen and women. Gaining knowledge from experts to improve our success in the hunting and fishing world. Pursuing new adventures and new experiences in the outdoors. This is Total Outdoor Pursuit.
Alright, we're out in one of my favorite places to go turkey hunting, out in Kansas. Love it out here. Been coming for years. I always tell her stories, and she never gets to show up. First year, finally get to make it, huh?
Yep.
You excited?
I am.
So the first thing we're going to do, we just got out here. Rather than going out, running a gun and calling, making a bunch of noise, we're going to try and do a little bit of research this first afternoon. We're just going to listen, watch, get to the high points, see what's happening, try and get a feel for what kind of interaction the toms are having with the hens right now, the interaction they're having with each other. And today, this afternoon, is basically just going to be kind of formulating a game plan. So we're going to get up here, top of this hill, look over a bunch of ground, and hopefully by this evening, we'll have something figured out.
Sounds good.
All right, let's do it. Well, we didn't end up seeing any birds, but we did hear a few gobble right after they flew up to roost, so we knew where the roost area was. Now we know where to get set up in the morning.
We barely made it out to the blind. Apparently I shouldn't have stopped for coffee and donuts on the way, but hey, we got out here. I had to sneak out and put the decoys out, almost in plain sight of these birds here, so hopefully we didn't spook any.
Despite getting set up in almost daylight and having a crooked decoy, it really didn't seem to bother these visitors.
This is a natural funnel system here. We've got a big field, another big field, and a little 70-yard wide field that connects the two. And we're sitting right at the edge of that junction. And what that does is those birds, for ease, they're going to walk through here, back and forth, all throughout the day, different times. So if you can find something like that, whether it's a roost, going to a feeding area, a small area like this, anything that would funnel those birds through, and set your decoys up in that range, instead of those birds staring at the decoys from 500 yards away, there's a good chance they're going to be staring at them from 100 yards away, and that makes it a lot easier for them to commit. So give that a try if you're out hunting. Look for natural funnels that you can set up on, and it'll really increase your odds of getting that bird within those last 40-50 yards that you need to get a shot.
Throughout the morning it was really pretty slow. Just a couple hens and not much gobbling.
Apparently she doesn't care that I put the decoy in half sideways.
After staring at that crooked decoy all morning, my OCD finally overcame my fear of getting spotted out in the field. Now I feel better.
The white-tailed deer has a sense of smell 10,000 times more powerful than a human, and every air current educates them on their surroundings. We use sprays, liquids, and solids to cover up our scent and attract whitetails. Until today, we have never actually let the air molecules of wind determine the success of our hunt. Introducing WindScent, a patent-pending technology that attracts and bonds with the air molecules around you, covering your scent and releasing scent attractant that lasts longer and travels farther. WindScent offers custom intervals for your hunting conditions to release scent as often as every 90 seconds. WindScent is rechargeable and reusable. WindScent lasts up to 40 hours on a single charge and up to 20 hours on one vapor cartridge. WindScent's proprietary lineup of vapor hunting scent preserves genuine urine and attractants. The combination of a superior scent product emitted on continuous intervals as an air vapor gives the hunter the highest potential odds of harvesting a mature buck.
Check out Total Outdoor Programming on YouTube for more great tips and tactics on hunting, fishing, camping, grilling, trophy field care, taxidermy tips, and even more. Plus, you can watch full episodes of Total Outdoor Pursuit and even extras, outtakes, and bloopers off the cutting room floor.
Come on, Rock! You're a bum! You're a bum, Rock!
Here they come! Here they come!
Are they?
Be sure to subscribe and join in on the conversations. Check it out at youtube.com/Total Outdoor.
You can get a hold of the Total Outdoor Pursuit and Total Outdoor Programming team through social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest updates on where we're at and what we're chasing. We love hitting the road and trying new things. If you excel at any type of hunting or fishing, whether you're a professional guide or just average Joes like us, and you would like to be part of an episode teaching us what you know, send us an email at totaloutdoorpursuit@gmail.com and maybe you'll be in a future episode. Are you going to choke on it again?
It was late morning. We finally heard a tom start gobbling, and it looked like he was about to lose his hens.
It's like two hens, and the hens are peeling off to the left. Do we get all aggressive and go after him, knowing he's got two hens out there? Or do we just wait and see what happens?
I hate to spook him.
Alright, they're working their way through. He's gonna follow those hens through. It's just a matter of if he comes into our decoys or not. Popping through this opening here in just a second. Here he comes. See him? Yeah. He may come into the decoys when he gets covered up behind it. Trying to make sure the gun out. Here it comes. Maybe the decoy for a second. Did you feel comfortable with your shot? Yeah. Okay, hold on just a second. Whenever you think you can get a good shot on him without hitting the decoy or the GoPro, go ahead.
That was a good shot. Look at me. I need to go jump on him.
No, he's alright.
Dang. My first Kansas bird.
I'll tell you what. Things go from nothing to like tagged in minutes out here. It's just so nuts. We're sitting here, kind of like boring morning. We got running behind. I stopped for coffee and donuts. Probably shouldn't have done that. And I'm sitting out there putting the decoys out in basically shooting light with the birds probably able to see me. Dead morning, nothing going on. We look out, see these birds. Hopefully we got some good footage for you because he was slipping in from behind. And tell you what, came in right into the decoys. Deception decoys. Right now what we're doing is we're running a tom, and we've taken the tail fan and cut it down so it looks like a jake. We want him to be a little bit more aggressive, feel like he can whip that tom's butt. So we make it look like a jake and strut. 3 hens in natural feeding pose. Worked out perfect. As soon as he saw him, he couldn't take his eyes off of him. He just came straight into him. We let him hit the decoy twice. When that tail came off, I thought, oh boy, he may not like the looks of that.
But I was ready.
You were ready.
First Kansas bird.
All right. Want to go take a look at him?
Uh-huh.
What are you, hillbilly?
We got a little bit wet this morning. Yeah, it looks like I drilled him.
Oh, look at that beard.
Oh, cool. Why is it 2 colors? It's a nice beard.
It's like you see.
Look at that, gray, and then like a feather, and then black, and then brown.
It's like you shot a Gwen Stefani turkey.
It's my kind of turkey.
Oh, look at those hooks.
Well, Tom, you got the best of him. Holy cow.
Those are some of the best hooks I've ever seen.
Oh, those spurs. You still going?
Yeah.
Cool, we got it. Just had a few hens here and there throughout the morning, and all of a sudden a strutter popped out into the field, probably about 700 yards away. We debated whether we wanted to try to meet him part way or we wanted to be patient. We decided to be patient. So he came through and went straight for the decoys, and he hit the tom twice, knocked him over, and I knew that if he hit the tom and he did something, that it'd spook him, so I had my gun ready, and here he is. He has a really cool beard, like tricolored beard.
Yeah, it's a punk turkey.
It's a punk turkey.
It's a punky. Is that cheesy?
A little bit.
Oh. I'll tell you what, if you guys have never considered investing in some top-notch decoys, really think about it. I've always used the old foam decoys and stuff, and those work. You know, you can get birds to come in. Sometimes they stare at it and go, yeah, I've seen this before, and off they go. These deception decoys, as soon as he came through here, once he finally got high enough on that ledge to be able to see, he was probably about 100 yards out, and all of a sudden you could see that the whole demeanor of him change. I mean, head turned red, started gobbling more. It was just straight in. I couldn't hardly keep the camera on him quick enough to get on it.
He had tunnel vision.
Yeah, came straight in, faced off with the old decoy here. Put some scars on it, but I highly recommend it. If you guys have never considered it before, consider it, or if you are considering it, get a hold of Deception Decoys. They make awesome decoys, super lifelike, and the poses are just as realistic as you can get. So, panned out really good. Got you your first Kansas bird. What do you say we try and go maybe get one more?
Sounds good.
All right.
We wanted to design a broadhead that was different, that was tougher. A broadhead that didn't sacrifice penetration due to cutting diameter. A fixed and expandable broadhead with field point accuracy. What we came up with was more than we ever imagined. 3 choices, 1 devastating result. Bipolar broadheads, truly the best of both worlds.
You can get a hold of the Total Outdoor Pursuit and Total Outdoor Programming team through social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest updates on where we're at and what we're chasing. We love hitting the road and trying new things. If you excel at any type of hunting or fishing, whether you're a professional guide or just average Joes like us, and you would like to be part of an episode teaching us what you know, send us an email at totaloutdoorpursuit@gmail.com, and maybe you'll be in a future episode.
Shadow Hunter professional grade hunting blinds. Innovation that lets you hunt like a pro. Proudly made in the American heartland. Our systems elevate you to the perfect vantage point and are engineered for your total comfort and concealment. Built to a higher standard, the customizable Shadow Hunter system keeps you on top of your game. Start hunting like a pro today. Find your dealer at shadowhunterblinds.com.
Check out Total Outdoor Programming on YouTube for more great tips and tactics on hunting, fishing, camping, grilling, trophy field care, taxidermy tips, and even more. Plus, you can watch full episodes of Total Outdoor Pursuit and even extras, outtakes, and bloopers off the cutting room floor.
Come on, Rock! You're a bum! You're a bum, Rock!
Here they come! Here they come!
Are they?
Be sure to subscribe and join in on the conversations. Check it out at youtube.com/Total Outdoor.
We are just scoping some fields out all the way from up here on top of the plateau, as Marty likes to call them. We're looking at one huge field. We can see 3 good sections of it. See another hay field down the way. Figure something's gonna pop out. It should do it here pretty soon, so if it does, we can sneak down on it hopefully and make it work, get a shot. Otherwise, we can sit up here and have a gorgeous view.
After a couple hours of watching, some black dots finally started to materialize in a hayfield about 3/4 of a mile away.
All right, we finally found what we're looking for. Long ways off, but that's what we've been up here doing this whole time, is watching a lot of fields. We've got a tom. 2 jakes just came out. He just took off chasing after him. We're going to try and get down there and meet him, get in between them and the roost area before they get there.
Game on.
Using the terrain and the cover to get back down the hill, we made it to the edge of the hayfield, managed to get within about 150 yards where the birds were. We slipped in and got set up just in time to hear them working their way around the edge.
Not what you were looking for, huh?
No.
Not a long enough beard.
No, his ears are too fuzzy.
Okay. Maybe next year. Alright, so we didn't get on the birds on their way to roost last night, obviously. However, we did find out where they chose to roost. There's a couple different roost areas out here, and they ended up deciding to go to one of the other ones. Now that we know where they're at, we've repositioned, got set up, but probably 150 yards away from where they roosted, so hopefully they'll come out to the same spot that they fed last night. See this jake strutting to this hen and go crazy. Last night we watched a tom, and as soon as the 2 jakes came out, he charged him, and so we're hoping we'll get a little bit of the same response if he sees this going on this morning. We're over here now. No doubt about that. Just be ready to get your hands out and stuff, and he can be in our field in 60 seconds. I think I just heard him fly. There he is right there. Okay, yeah.
All right, the tom's in our field. Now we just have to close the deal. So we got the tom to fly down on our side of the creek. Now it's time to put the calls down and let the decoys work their magic.
got your shot. I'm good.
Part 2. I didn't want to let him go for too long. Because I was afraid that he would catch wind of us. So I thought before we let him get any farther, I'm just going to take him. Why risk it? We got great footage of the other one in our decoys. Thank you, deception decoys. These things are awesome.
Did you see him change his attitude all of a sudden?
Yeah, he was pretty ticked. He was like, oh no, you didn't, buddy.
The barrel. I look like I haven't been getting much sleep. That's because I haven't been getting much sleep. It's late into the end of season. What is today?
Sunday.
Sunday. It's the day before Memorial Day. Out here in Kansas, it goes till May 31st. So at this point, by the time you get home from roosting at night, you've got about 4 hours until you wake up and hit the blind or run gun, whatever it is that you're doing. So you don't get much sleep at all. But I tell you what, that's what, another one gobbled out there. That's what doing your scouting from a distance and then roosting and putting the birds to bed can do. I mean, I think we should go get some coffee and breakfast right now because it is
6:30.
6 o'clock on the button. We shot that bird at 5:58.
I think I want to go see my second bird. Blasted the crap out of him.
You did?
Shot half of it off.
No, you didn't. That's just a quintuple beard, right?
It's not a good double beard.
Well, here, do this. Let's scoop some of it through whatever's loose. I'll be able to put that back together. I mean, assuming you take it to me instead of another taxidermist.
Yeah. Pretty good assumption there. Tom flew down about 80 yards away or so and just kind of went in and out of strut for a little bit. We just watched him and he inched his way closer and finally decided that he thought he could take this Tom out. So came charging in and here we are. Day 3, bird 2.
This Tom was roosted over a wooded creek bed, and there's a field on either side, so he had the option of flying down into either field. One tip I can give you when you've got a bird that could possibly fly a different direction, you're trying to get him to fly down into your field, is to practice a fly down cackle. Now, I'm no expert caller. This probably sounds bad to you competition callers, but this is how I do it. The first thing that I like to do is throw out a few soft tree yelps. This lets the bird know you're there first off, so he starts paying attention to your direction. But then the other thing that it does is it lets you kind of get your mouth warmed up. If you try and go straight to a fly down cackle, there's a good chance you'll screw it up and possibly make him go the other direction. So start off with a few soft tree yelps. Pretty simple. They don't have to be loud or abrasive. Just let him know that you're there. After you've done a few tree yelps, that Tom's probably responded back by gobbling. He knows that you're there. He's paying attention. You want to wait for just a few minutes and then go ahead and move to your fly down cackle. And one thing that can really help with that is a hat. I borrowed this from the wife because I didn't have one. Worked out pretty good. And you can tie in a wing flap with your hat with the fly down cackle. Makes it way more believable, and a lot of times they'll drop into the field within minutes of doing that. So if you're ever in a situation like this, give that fly down cackle a try, and there's a good chance it'll put that bird right in your lap.
While Amy's busy making a pillow, I'm gonna start packing up stuff.
It's been probably, what, 12 years since you got your last bird?
It's been a long time.
So it's been a long time. We finally got to get her out here. I've been telling her about it for a long time. And this trip, The birds were kind of weird. They didn't work the way that they normally would. I mean, usually we're seeing 15 birds plus in the morning, 15 birds in the evening, and we saw probably 15 birds total in 3 days. So it didn't go quite the way it normally does out here, but still, we're able to get you 2 birds and tag out, and just a ton of fun. So take your wife out, introduce them to hunting, and you'll find out that you really have something that you can share together. It's a great time, ton of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next week on Total Outdoor Pursuit. Is that good?
That's good.
Well, nobody can say that I can't show a lady a good time.